Okay, let's get started. As you can see my Kali is up and running, and if I go across, you'll find that I also have a Metasploitable machine running. As far as we're concerned, this machine is in a remote location or somewhere on the network that we don't have physical access to, so we're not going to log into this machine, and in fact that's going to be the last time that you see that machine being displayed. So we'll move that out of the way. So what are we going to do today? Well, in this session we're going to have a look at a couple of nmap scan commands. So in this case we're going to use nmap tac sn and our network address that performs a ping sweep on the network that doesn't check for open ports. So this just allows us to see, as part of our reconnaissance, it allows us to see what's on the network. We then use nmap tac p80 and network address and tac open, and for this one it's just looking for any IP address that has port 80 open. And port 80 is for HTTP. So as part of our scenario here, the target that we're after is running a web server, right? An HTTP server. Our next command is nmap tac s capital V and the target IP address. This performs a version detection. So this shows us not only the open ports, but what service is being run on it, such as FTP, or Telnet, or SSH, etc. Right? So this is important that we use this, especially the SV, for identifying or looking to see if there's anything that we can exploit, or any vulnerable software or services that are running. Right? So let's go back to our Kali machine. I'll open up my terminal. Now the first thing that we're going to be looking at is to find out and identify our network. So to do that, the easiest way is just to use IPA, and that will give us the IP address and subnet mask for our own network, or for our own device. So here I've got ETH0, and that's 192.168.122.64/24 is my IP address. Now that will tell me that 192.168.122.0 is my network. Now in this case, our Metasploitable and our Kali machines are on the same network. I do want to point out to you that the IP addressing and the network addressing that I'm using may be, and more than likely will be, different to what you have. So just make sure that you don't blindly follow the IP addressing that I'm using. Make sure you use the IP address of your own device, right? Your own virtual machines that you're using. Okay, so now we're going to do an nmap tac sn to do a ping sweep of that 192.168.122.0 network. It should show us all devices that are on that network, right? Just the IP addresses. So it should only take a couple of seconds to do, and we can see here that mine has found that I've got 3 hosts up. I've got the first host of 192.168.122.1. I know that one is my gateway. We have here, it tells us that the scan report for this one is for Kali, so that makes sense. And I've got 192.168.122.64. Right. We knew that from above. So this would mean, obviously, that this 192.168.122.103 is my target. Maybe. Right. pretty sure it is, but let's just check. Right? We don't want to be make assumptions. So we'll do an nmap TAC-P for port. We're looking for port 80, and we're looking for that on 192.168.122.0/24. We use TAC open. Of course, we're only looking for ports that are open, rather than filtered or closed. Okay, so we can see we've still got our 3 hosts up, but of those 3 hosts, only 192.168.122.103 has port 80 in a state of open, and it's running HTTP, which is now I can say, okay, that is my target. And if I wanted to, and I will do this, we can open up a web server, a web browser, and we could just type in 192.168.122.103, or whatever yours is, and hit enter, and we can see that it's telling me that I've got Metasploitable up. I'm using Metasploitable 2. Okay, so that confirms that that is our correct target. Oh, I can't spell. I'm just clearing the screen, fully clearing the screen, rather than just getting it to scroll up with the word clear, rather than Control L. Okay, so now let's do a bit more reconnaissance. So we've identified our target. All right, now we want to see what is there. So we might have, see what sort of an attack surface this one has. So let's have a look at it. Let's do an nmap TAC S capital V 192.168.122.103. Now when I get that out of the way so you can see properly, when I hit enter, this is going to take a little while to do because it's running through all the ports. So let's have a quick look and see how it goes. Well, it won't be that quick. So we'll just wait for this to scan through.
Later, a few moments later.
Okay, we've finished that scan. So as you can see, it shows us a port, the state, whether it's open, closed or filtered, what service it's running and what version of that it's running. This becomes important when we're looking for vulnerabilities. Now that will be the subject of a different video. So for now, that is doing some basic nmap scans. I hope it's useful, and I'll catch you next time. See you.